don't know if that gets it or not.
Weird, dude. Like, I don't like when they come up to
I think
me
you got to put it in
outside.
your
They're
thing.
usually pretty rude. There's
Just trying to make it work.
usually like, I'll see you next time. Like I'm not trying to linger over there.
Luke, you going to Sparta Friday?
Man, I doubt it. So you grinning at the thought of it.
Let's ride up there for a little bit. We ain't got to stay long.
38.
You know how that goes. I told him I was coming. I was planning on going this way.
I'll just ride with you.
Well, yeah, I guess we're all right together.
All right, anyway. We're going to be up there watching this.
Oh, that's true.
12.
We're going to give a shout out to our Sparta boys.
Man, I was planning on going for this game out. I gotta.
And what a raise by Action Dan. Putting Mariano in the blender here with top pair.
I got a pick.
Oh, yeah. Morning? What time?
Look at this check raise by Dan, and you know he's not going to give up on the river.
Well, just come on over and watch him.
I gotta be in bed page at night.
So the question for Mariano right now isn't just about, do I have the best hand? It's, can I call the river?
Not, yeah, right now we're like an hour.
These two guys are battlers, and Mariano lays it down. Action Dan gets the check raise turn bluff through. We know the check raise turn is usually really strong. It's one of the strongest moves in poker, and it just so happens that Action Dan is doing it as a bluff and gets Mariano to fold a hand that Dan probably didn't expect Mariano to fold.
It is not.
It's weird.
Wait.
It's depressing here.
Hey, that's not wrong. It doesn't even say like. It doesn't say if it's 6-5 or 3-2. I was like, well, this will be interesting.
You should just say
Then you
like,
got to ante $1 a hand
Yeah.
every time.
that's a scam.
Bosnia Forever said, how do you deal with bad
I was
beats?
like,
Well, there's no
I asked
easy
and
way
nobody really
to answer
answered. I
that.
was
There's
like,
no
I guess we'll just
formula
find
or great way to handle that. It's just a mental thing. You have to just know that poker is just about playing the right way, getting the money into it, making the right decisions,
He's
and
got a
not
friend
sweating
over
the
here.
variance, which includes running into a certain hand but playing your hand the right way, you know, or getting unlucky when you get it in good, or losing a flip where a hand just happens and there's nothing you can do about it. So you just have to have that Zen mentality, which is really hard to do, and I'm not saying that I do that, but you just have to kind of realize that poker is a long-term game, and it's not about one hand, even though certain hands are more important than others. And you just move on to the next hand and just keep playing. And that's why it's important to have bankroll management and be able to afford multiple buy-ins in the games you play and things like that, because, you know, okay, you lose one buy-in, you go to the next one, right? Just doesn't matter. You never know when you're going to go on a heater and win all the money back. So one hand in the long run, when you're playing tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of hands, it just means nothing.
We might be miking up.
Oh, is he thinking of playing?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
He's going to be nervous, you know.
What's his name?
Josh.
Josh.
11-5.
Just the three of you that counted?
Call.
You call.
Or 10.
You have a 10? Oh, that's good. 11,
500. 1800.
Action Dan 3-betting 9-6 suited against Goofball. Whereas Ace Queen could go either way here for Goofball. He makes the call.
Heads up. Check. 1500.
This is a tough spot to continue here out of position against a tough player if you're Goofball. He does make the call, but there's going to be a lot of run-outs where Goofball just loses no matter what. And thus, you could just fold flop. Like if Dan bets here, how can Goofball continue? But he does check back. This is just a tough spot for Goofball. He's going to check. And if Dan decides to bluff here, decides to rep a hand like queens or tens or aces or kings, right? Like all the hands that could check back turn, or pocket pair hands. It's just a really brutal spot for Goofy where he has no idea. And you're just trying to soul read. So, I mean, Dan's pretty much repping here aces, kings, queens, or a jack. Not as much of a jack because he checked back turn, where he might bet something on the turn if he has one. So what's he gonna check back turn and overbet river with? He's good enough to do it with a much wider array of hands than most people, but if it's not a jack, it should just be aces, kings, queens here. Goofball could have anything up to tens the way the hand played out. Unlikely to have queens. Unlikely to ever have a jack. So I think tens is pretty much the top of Goofball's range here. Can Goofball figure it out? Great bet by Dan. Win or lose here. He has Goofball confused. He's in the blender. Does he know Action Dan well enough to make this call?
Huh.
Good hand, man.
And he gets it through. Goofball makes the fold, and Goofball Dan not able to put in the money. Action Dan with a nice bluff with 9 high.
Ready? Okay. Here we go. Thank you.